Angry guy here, and women are shocked the men they rejected are leaving and becoming passport bros. Women are shocked the men they rejected are leaving and becoming passport bros. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
I don't want to be an independent woman anymore. It's not all that it's cracked up to be.
This message is for my future husband, so if you're not my future husband, please keep scrolling. Daddy, I don't want to work anymore.
That's too damn bad! So, I decided that I need me a sugar daddy, but I want me a sugar daddy that don't want no sugar.
The answer is hell no.
That being this independent woman paying all the bills, like, that's ghetto. No, send my husband right now.
So you don't want to be an independent woman no more, and you want to. And this other one, she wants a sugar daddy, doesn't want any sugar. So in other words, you want a man that will. You want his attention, you want his time, you want his money, you want his ATM, but you want to give nothing in return. This is the society we live in today, guys, where women can demand everything and give nothing. And there's a line of these men who, they give their wealth and they give their resources and they give their attention, they give their time, they give their money to these women. And women, they keep these beta male orbiters around them. So if they can't get something from one guy, they get it from another. And this is how they survive, And the thing is, but as they get older, their sexual marketplace value declines. More and more of these men begin to leave that orbit. And what these women are so frightened of right now is they're seeing the passport bros rising up, and they're seeing the passport bros saying to other men, "Hey, there's freedom over here." And they are so afraid of these orbiters leaving, because if these orbiters leave, that's it. They can't pay their rent. That's it. They can't eat. All right, they're gonna miss those student loan payments. They're gonna have to start working at the club again and dancing, and they don't want that. They don't want that. A lot of these girls on OF, they don't make enough from OF to cover their bills. They don't make enough. A lot of women barely make $1,000 a month on OF. All right, they're treating it like it's YouTube. They're treating it like it's a full-time job. A lot of them are barely making enough to pay their rent on OF, so they have these beta males that they meet sometimes on OF, and they have one dude that is covering bills for them, all right? And they're using these dudes, and they're afraid that they're going to lose access to these men, because these men are being told, bro, you can come over here and you don't have to do none of this nonsense. You can have a woman who really loves you, cares for you, wants to provide for you, treats you like a man, and you're going to live like a king on the money that you're giving to these women who don't even value and give you nothing in return. And they're scared of this. They're scared because this is the reason why they're ashamed, because this is a preemptive strike to prevent these orbiters from ever leaving, all right? Because without the plan B guy, they are nothing.
I don't know if anybody else has realized this, but this whole independent woman thing, I don't need nobody. I can do bad all by myself. It's feeling like a scam.
Got him.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the whole independent, I want to be independent. I got my own bag. Ladies, it's dead.
Yes, it's been dead for a long time now, but this goes to show you women don't have game. They just play games, and the game is over.
I started my own business, and I worked as a girl boss for 7 years.
Women.
Now that I turned 30, I've realized that actually I am a very dependent person. Yes, I am independent, but I am someone who prefer depend on someone.
See how confusing this could be to men, that a woman can pick and choose when she wants to be a boss babe and when she wants to be submissive, soft, and a wife now? Strange, right? Because women are starting to abandon the idea of being a boss babe at this point in time. They're starting to jump ship because male podcasts have made it clear what men are looking for. And now they want to convert and switch to that because the attention is no longer on them in the validation, thus making them and forcing them most likely to do something that they haven't done in the last 15 years, which is adjust to men for the first time. Typically, men would have to adjust to women. The only issue is a lot of these women are past their prime. They're 30 years old and above, or coming into their 30s, and they have a lot of baggage, emotional damage, and they also have more bodies than your local morgue.
Bro, More bodies than your local morgue. What guys? What did I tell y'all about these women? They have more. These women. Listen to me. Riley Reid has dropped more. Riley Reid has a higher body count than the Doomslayer. All right. Remember that one? A lot of these women out here. All right. They've taken. Listen to me. A lot of these women out here. All right. They've taken more bodies than Master Chief. All right. Than Master Chief. Okay. They've taken more bodies than Master Chief. These women out here, they have literally run through all their value, their sexual marketplace value. By the time they are 30 years old, they are worn out, they are tired, and they want to rest. And now they want a man to hold them down. That's why they're so afraid of the password bros. Guys, the boss babe. Let me tell y'all something about business. All these women, I run my own business. I'm a boss babe. Okay, data from BLS, right, shows that approximately 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years of being open. 45% during the first 5 years, and 65% during the first 10. Only 25% of new businesses make it to 15 years or more. Guys, 75% of all new businesses will fail within 15 years. 20% within 2 years. 45% within 5 years. So within 5 years, almost half of all businesses will fail. And 65% within 10 years. The first 10 years. And if that's not enough, let's say they push on. Only 25% will make it past 15 years. So all these girl bosses, all right, are failing. Many of them are failing at business. They started a business. Their business is failing because business is hard. And this is the truth. This is how it is. This is why men take risks and men are rewarded for that risk. But a man could lose everything. How many times have there been men who've risked everything, lost everything, and they had to start over? But that's the risk that you take. Women don't like those odds. A lot of these women that played that game and said, I wanted to be a girl boss, they took those risks, and now they're seeing that, yeah, business is hard, life is hard, the rewards aren't there, and I'm in trouble. I used to have people call, when I used to work for this company, I used to have people call in all the time. I used to have women call in crying, saying that I don't know how I'm going to keep my business going. I'm in a lot of trouble. This is terrible. All right? Because it will destroy you. Try a business. When you run a business, it will destroy you from inside and outside as you struggle to make this thing work. Some people, you'll hear stories about, some people who became, really wealthy, and they had to work and they suffered for years, like almost 10 years. Like no one believed in them, and they had no money, and they were raising a family. And finally they made it through. That's because, that's when opportunity met preparation, which was luck. But sometimes, no matter how much hard work you put in, the opportunity just never comes along. Or when it does, you weren't prepared, because really you were just not that good at running that business. It's the truth. And a lot of women don't want to accept these facts. They can't accept these facts. And guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, never miss another video again. And also like the video, because it tells YouTube you want to see more of these videos, and it will show you more of my videos. Guys, women made the decisions for themselves. They chose Chad, they chose Tyrone, they chose promiscuity, and now they have to live with the repercussions of their actions. But they're realizing that, this whole boss babe thing isn't what it's cracked up to be. There's a YouTuber I follow. Her name is Vanessa Law. She is amazing, and she teaches people how to start their own business and how to grow. And she's made over $10 million in sales. And then recently, she basically she had bought like this expensive car. She sold the car, bought a Jeep, is closing down like her Boss Babe Academy, I believe. And and it's suddenly moving away from this. And she's like a person who I believe like spoke at TED and conferences, and she became very big. And after achieving so much success, suddenly she's downsized her life. Why has she downsized her life? Oh, I don't know. It could be that the biological clock is ticking. And suddenly she's realized that the center of one's life is not money. All of these women that are trying to fill their lives with money and consumerism, because for most women today, they have no God left inside. They have no God. Even though they will call upon God, they don't know God. God does not know them. What they have is consumerism. It's an empty void that they have in themselves, and they use consumerism to fill it. So they have to continuously buy useless crap that they have no use for. All right, all these pretty dresses that they have no use for. $3,000 on a dress that's now out of season, but they don't regret buying it because when they bought it, you know, that dress, it could gain them influence. All right. People will look at them, and because people look at them, it gets them attention. And because it gets them attention, it gives them some momentary influence. So they have no regret in spending $3,000 on a dress, and then they have a closet full of these dresses. They have $15,000 to $30,000 in dresses and shoes. All right, men go out there and they spend a couple $100s on a pair of Jordans. And I'm not a sneaker person. I'm not a guy that spends money on things like sneakers. Granted, I'm kind of like, I've never been a sneaker guy, although I will admit that recently I'm kind of feeling the Yeezys. Kind of feeling the Yeezys because like there's something very different about them. I hear they're really comfortable. I am kind of feeling the Yeezys, which is something strange because like I was like always like, oh my gosh, a lot of this stuff is ugly. But I'm kind of feeling the Yeezys. I would love to get a pair of the Yeezys, try them out, see how they are. Because it's just like the design is so different. Like I really want to try that. But yeah, it's so funny though. Because think about it. Guys go out there, they buy a pair of Jordans, they buy a pair of Yeezys, and those things are going to hold their value. You take care of those, you can resell them. Jordans from like 30 years ago now sell for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. All right? Think about that carefully. When men buy things, we buy electronics, if we buy sneakers, the things that we buy, they hold their value. Okay? We're very selective about the kinds of clothing that we buy as well. Men are very selective about the kinds of clothing we buy. Women, on the other hand, are extremely frivolous. They buy all these clothes that lose their value immediately. Once it's out of season, it no longer has any value. A $3,000 dress that is out of season, oh, nope, no longer valuable. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And women live like this. They live like this. And then they complain. They're like, this is how men live. Guys, men are sleeping on the floor. Or they have like one chair and a sleeping bag. And bro, the dude is comfortable. Men don't need much more. Men could live comfortably with very little. The only reason why that men go and acquire a lot of wealth and resources is because they're trying to attract a woman. If it wasn't for that, then they would be good, bro. Anyway, guys, that's everything I have for you right now. What do you think about this? Women are shocked the men they rejected are leaving and becoming password bros, and now the whole boss babe thing is not lit. What do you think about this? I want to know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all the roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.